say, great goaltending in the first period at both ends. Sudbury will have a power play to start period number 2. The Sudbury Wolves, the worst team in Canadian Major Junior Hockey during the 1980s. 10 coaches in 10 years. But this season, they've turned it around. They're winning again, just like the old days. Ah, yes, the halcyon days of the Sudbury Wolves, the middle and late 70s. That's Mike Foligno at the back, Ron Duguay on the left, and Randy Carlyle on the right. Those were the days. First place finishes. But then came the 80s. Loss after loss, coaching change after coaching change. 10 coaches in 10 seasons. Empty hopes and empty seats.
To make a long story short, the Wolves were the worst team in junior hockey in Canada for the whole decade of the 80s, and Sudbury always being a hockey town, it was extremely disappointing. Some nights they might got 1,000, 1,500 fans in here. And compared to the 70s when they had Ronnie Duguay and Randy Carlyle and Johnny Baby and Rod Shutt, it was like night and day.
Now, you wouldn't be stretching it at all to say that Wolves GM Sam McMaster is the man who's turned it around. The biggest equation in his formula is pride.
Pride in the community, pride in the team, and getting everybody to believe that we can win. The most difficult thing in the world is to step on the ice and after 60 minutes, know you can win. And I think that was the number one thing I wanted to change.
It was very hard getting fans out to the games. But then you can't blame the Sudbury fans because for many years they were promised good teams that we would make the playoffs. And some nights like we had 600 or 700 fans in this huge arena. So now it's just rocking and we just love it.
The front row seat for the resuscitation of the Wolf is being shared by the players. Veteran Paul DiPietro is in his 4th season with the club. Ken McKenzie is the 3rd coach he's had in 4 seasons.
You know, I think they weren't patient with some coaches like early on in the 80s and stuff like that, but I think they should have had Ken McKenzie when I first came here because I think he did a great job and I think he's a great coach.
I mean, they went through so many lean years here in Sudbury that, you know, my first season here, when they started to lose, they let you know what was going on. And I think even earlier in this season, they sure weren't which way they wanted to go. Were we going to win? Were we going to lose? And then I think once you started putting a few games together, they started believing in us.
The biggest part of success is winning. The team has to have a chance to win every time it hits the ice. To do that, it takes an approach totally unique to this level of junior hockey.
I'm a believer that junior hockey has a turnaround every year. We only have players for 3, maximum maybe 4 years. It's not like professional hockey where it might take a little longer to build a team where you have players 10 years. But in junior hockey, they're turning over all the time. Therefore, there is absolutely no reason in the world why you can't be competitive every year.
The Wolves have also marketed an image. They are the game in town. Everything is being considered. The logo, the colors, the ugly green is gone.
When Ken Burgess, the owner of the hockey club, took over, I remember his famous quote was, "Whoever heard of a green wolf?" And so the idea was set that we should look at a gray wolf, and what better color to go with gray was blue, which happened to be also the corporate colors of Mr. Burgess's international corporation that he owns. And so the blue and gray came to be.
And attendance this season is the best that it's been in the last 10 years.
This isn't my team or our coach's team, this is their team. And they come out and cheer their team on. And I think they're having a lot of fun doing that. And you know, the best part for me is that Sudbury has taken this team on and it's the place to be when we play. And boy, that's a lot of fun.
And a lot more fun for this little kid if the home team can get a few goals for him. They're in short supply so far.